Shall we start? Ready? Sure. No sleeping. For the OData services of the SAP, use this P account, which is the document which I shared it with you. For your web IDE, when you are generating your web IDE or registering it to the SAP HCP, you are going to get a P account. So that is specific to your web IDE, that P account. So that is different, and the one what I gave you is different. Okay. So I'm logging with all the same things. So the P account is same here, but the P account whatever you're using for the SAP services from the document whatever is there, user ID password, use that one. Okay, it will be definitely this one which ends with 1850 and H123 exclamation mark will be there. That will be the password for that. Now I want you to open the three things: Web IDE tool, Northwind services, and SAP services. Three things you open it. Northwind, here in the URL there is a V2. Try to use V2 version. Don't use the 4 version. So
Suman?
yes.
Hello. Hello. Is there any validity for a particular P user in this web ID?
What is that? Come again.
Validity for a particular account. Like
No.
I created an account last week.
For this web IDE, there is
now it is not working.
yeah, there is no validity. It won't expire. This trial version of web IDE won't expire.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So in the yesterday session, we discussed about the application creation in the web IDE and the types of templates, and we understood about how to read the JSON model with the client side data which we have created. And then we had seen a small requirement with greeting the user. So in the controller, we wrote the business logic. And in the view, we had the presentation logic. In the presentation logic, if you see the input control I have used. So yesterday you asked me like how I know that there is a get value here. So in the demo kit, if you go into the demo kit, go into the API reference, go to the input control, sap.m.input. Click on the properties, click on this show borrowed properties, and in the properties for the input control, you see a value property. For every property there is a setter and get method, set method and get method. This dot by id dot get value. So this is one way I can use the API reference to read the methods. Okay. For input control there is a get value method. For other controls there can be a different method. For example, select control is there. For that get text will be there. Okay, so nothing to by heart here, and no need to confuse. Like when you're using select control, there you can use get text. That also we'll see. Input control get value. So why I'm using the method? Because it is defined. For the input control, if you use get text, you won't get the output. It will give error, because for this control there is no such property like get text. This is one way. Another way is like when you are debugging during breakpoint, when you put the breakpoint, there you can see all the methods. That is another way of writing the code by looking at the browser's console, because all the libraries are loaded into the browser's memory. With that also you can read all the methods pertaining to that particular control. So to have the access to the view into the controller, you have to make use of the this.byid. So this.byid, inside that, whatever ID
Hello.
your, yes, you have any questions?
Hello.
Can you hear me? WebEx participants, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Someone is unable to listen to the voice.
Yes, sir,
We are able
we're able
to
to.
hear you, Suman.
Try to reconnect if anybody has an audio issues. So to the one who cannot hear me, I just sent a chat message there. Please reconnect. And please be on mute because I'm listening some background noise. So this dot by ID. So to any control the ID you are calling, then the reference will be taken and that particular methods only will be loaded. So if you write get text, you will get error message there when you are executing. Okay, this is how I'm writing that code. This dot by ID dot get value. And once the value is there, I have used that validation. Okay. So today we'll try to consume the Northwind services and SAP services, and we'll try to see the data in a table control. Okay, today's agenda right now. Create a SAP UI5 app to show the data for Northwind products, Northwind customers, and SAP product set. Two entities from one service and one entity from a different service. Fine. So we are trying to connect two different OData services using a table control within a panel control. So now we are going to use the OData model. If you remember in the day 4, yeah, in the day 4 yesterday we discussed about 3 steps to connect to model and get data. Instantiate the model, bind the model, output the model data to view. Okay, so JSON model is used to connect to JSON format data. OData model is used for getting the data from the OData services. So now we'll make use of this OData model read method, okay, to get the data, and we'll make use of this JSON model to set the data to the controls which are there on the view. So how whole scenario I'll explain you in a diagrammatical way. So OData is in the back end, UI5 is in the front end. In the UI5, we have controller to write the business logic and views to handle the presentation logic. Inside the views, we can have a table control, table 1, another table, a select control, another table. So we can have n number of controls inside the view. Now, using the OData model dot read method, we are trying to fetch the data from OData services into our UI5 controller. Now the data resides at our end. At our end means client side. So when it is at the client side, we can make use of the JSON models, because JSON models are lightweight and used for handling the client side data. So I can make use of n number of JSON models. JSON model 1, JSON model 2, JSON model 3, and this JSON model 1 I can use to set data to the table 1. JSON model 2 I can use it to set to table 2 and select control. JSON model 3 I can use it to set data to the third table. So I can make use of this JSON models because they are lightweight, and we won't even get any stale data because the data is coming from the backend and it is trying to store in the OData model. There is a seamless connection between your backend and your front end, and your JSON model will always try to read the OData model's data. So we won't get any stale data. So always new data and fresh data we'll get. Now, two things we have to keep in your mind. When you are reading the data from the back end to the front end, whether there are two possibilities, whether it can be a success, whether it can be a failure. Failure in sense, when the server is down, we might not get the connection, or we'll get a message like there is no connection or server down kind of thing. That also we have to show to the end user. Success means it has to populate the data to the controls which are on the view. Okay. So now we'll make use of OData model.read method. This one. Okay. And this dot getView dot by ID of controls ID set model from the second step, bind the model. So we'll make use of the other two also eventually when I'll explain you in the next further topics. Okay. Output the model data to view. Single values. We saw with single values yesterday. Now we are going to have multiple values. We'll make use of the table control to see the data. Now the signature of OData model dot read method will be OData model dot read. It reads the entity set coming from the service. So every service contains n number of entity sets. Northwind contains products, customers, shippers, orders. The black color water I told you, they are the entity sets. Categories, customer demographics, customers, employees. And from SAP services, you can see product set, sales order set. These are the entity sets. So read the entity set and two functions, success or failed. Success. Or failed. So this signature we use to just read the data and populate it on the table. For applying the filters and using the expand query also, we will be using that, not now. So that will be sitting between the success and the read. That code will come, filter and expand. Later we'll take up. Okay, once we are comfortable with reading the data and populating on the table.
Suman,
Yes.
so when we are reading entity set, assume that in the entity set sales order and sales order item is there. So at a time it will fetch all the data, or only sales orders it will fetch. After that, when we click on other details, it will fetch the order details.
Yeah. So now in that, how many records are there? All the records will be populated. So I will show you how to even select a single table row and populate the data. So with this signature, all the data will be populated. If there are 1000 rows, 1000 rows will be populated. 1000 records will be populated.
with item, with item details.
Exactly, with
Means,
everything. How we are
okay,
seeing the entity set in the services. For example, now I want to see the products for the Northwind. So you will enter here products question mark, and you are going to see all the records. So all the records now we are going to see in a table format. How to read a single record, all those things also I'll tell you. Slowly, one by one, I'll tell you. SAP services product set. So all these details, first product, second product. So the one what you are seeing is the old version of how the Northwind uses the OData services, because I'll show you, I'll tell you why I have taken V2. And in the product set, all the details, all this will be populated. You'll see that. Okay, shall we start creating the project? Right. So let us create a new application. So on these tabs, you can right click on the tabs and click close all. So the tabs will be closed. Right click on the workspace, new project from template. So when you are consuming the data, prerequisite must be, they must be configured in the destinations of SAP HCP, what we did in the previous session. Northwind services or SAP services, they must be configured in the HCP. Let me open the SAP HCP. In the connectivity, in the destinations, we have configured the Northwind and SAP services. This one. Okay. So what is this? These are the variables for the part 1. So if this is the part 1, and for the SAP services, so this is Northwind, this is SAP. So to that part 1, we have given the alias or some name and description, Northwind. Now this part 1 will be called as with the alias Northwind. Okay. And SAP OData, that SAP services for the part 1, this is called as with the alias, because I told you that it will be changing from system to system. When we develop and deploy it in the development system, when you go to quality, that server name will change, but path remains same. The path means this one which I am highlighting. This path remains the same. Okay. So this must be configured beforehand. Right click on the workspace, new project from template, version 1.5, choose version 1.5, SAP UI5 application, select that template. So yesterday we did this. Click next, project name and namespace. Project name I'm giving Z SAP UI5 underscore proj 03 underscore OData services, because Northwind and SAP services all I'll consume into one application. Namespace com.yash I'm giving. Click next, click finish. So yesterday's project creation only, today I'm telling. So it must be perfect till here. Click finish. So there is only one view. Okay, forgot to change the name, let it be. So the view name is view1. So we'll get a view1.controller.js, view1.view.xml. Okay, XML file to handle the presentation logic, controller file to handle the business logic. Now this application is not consuming any OData services yet. So we have to consume the OData services manually to this application. Okay, write the step. To consume the Northwind services, right click on the application, new OData service. On the application, right click, new OData service. So before clicking that OData service, I open the two files, neo-app.json, and you don't see any entry here speaking with the destinations of HCP. Manifest.json, there is no entry here speaking with or creating any, consuming any services yet. The same file will get updated in another few more minutes when I try to consume the OData services. Okay, right click on the application, new OData service. So this is the data connection wizard. So you see the data connection in the roadmap on the top. You can see data connection, model selection, confirmation. So if you are writing in the notes, just make a note that in the data connection. Now here on the left side, you see service catalog, workspace, file system, service URL, and SAP API business. So ignore the workspace, file system, and rest of the things. Just concentrate on the service catalog and the service URL. Okay. All the public services, whatever we created in the SAP HCP, those will reside in the service URL in the drop down. Okay, these two are the services which we created in the destinations of HCP. If you are not seeing them, you did not configure them properly. Again, go back to your SAP HCP from the WebID tool, then again configure them properly. Again, come back here. So this is about service URL. Service catalog. So this contains the services which we created in our gateway system, in our ECC. So we call that ECC local system as on-premise system. Fine, that on-premise system will be configured by the basis team, and that service, if you want to read the service what we generate from our OData in the backend using the NetWeaver Gateway Service Builder tool, so that services will reside here in the service catalog. So we did not configure anything yet. So next week we are going to do that one. Then we can see our system. So whichever system it is, we need the data to practice. So first we are practicing on the Northwind and SAP services. If any of you not seeing this in the drop down, then go back to your SAP HCP, configure the parameters properly. So some of you are not seeing this drop down values here. So what I'll do, let me close this. So from the web IDE, go to the SAP Cloud Platform Cockpit. Under connectivity, in the destinations, click on the new destination. If you did not create it, click on the new destination and enter the values I'm showing here. Name, description. URL will be the part 1. Just now we copied that from the Northwind. Rest everything default. 3 properties you have to add: web ID enabled, web ID system, web ID usage. Web ID enabled will be true, web ID system will be Northwind, web ID usage will be OData_gen, everything lowercase. 3 properties are there: web ID enabled, web ID system, web ID usage. For the SAP services, now let us create the OData, consume the OData services to the normal application. Right click on the workspace, new, project from template. I'm choosing the version 1.5, the stable version. And there is SAP application template. I'm clicking on the next button. Project name ZSAP UFA underscore prod 04 underscore. So I'm just consume, sir. I'll let consume OData. Namespace form.yash. I'm clicking on the next button. View name, slightly change the view name to products. Click on the finish button. So let me consume the Northwind products. Northwind OData services. So to this application, I will try to consume the Northwind OData services for which in the SAP HCP it has been configured. So let me open the controller. Let me open the view as well. In the manifest.json under data sources, there is a code editor and descriptor editor. So here I am going to get the data sources entry. So to consume any OData services, right click on the application, new OData service. On the left side, service URL. In the drop down, I'm selecting Northwind, and the related URL I'm going to select from /v2. Click on the test button, and we are going to see all the entity sets below. Click on the next button again, click on the next button again, and click on the finish button here. And here there is an entry in the manifest.json just now got created, and this is the URL which we have to use it in the controller code. So let me write in the onInit function consuming the Northwind products where data variable, I'll use that the one with the entry in the copy from the manifest.json, where OData model 1 is equal to new SAP dot UI dot. So that let me put it on the top, SAP slash UI slash model slash OData slash OData model SAP slash UI slash model slash JSON model SAP slash m slash message toast, and all the three I'll have an entry here, OData model, JSON model, and the message toast. Let me use that without a namespace now, OData model. I'll just consume the data inside it. Take a JSON model reference, new JSON model, where that is equal to this. OData model dot read method, which takes the entity set, which is products here, and it has two functions which I have to write it. One is success function, which takes two variables, OData and response. Those are the customized, not the standard variables. Any variable x comma y also you can take it, which stores the values of the data coming from the OData services properties. Let us have a message, because if the service fails, we can just show that there is a problem, like whatever the system is returning from the backend. Here I'll make use of JSON model dot set data of OData dot results. So how I wrote that. So what I'll do, I'll put a debugger keyword here, and I'll tell you how I have written that statement here. Now for the browser, the whole thing is divided into two parts. So let us execute this and let us understand. Right click, I'll click on this play button and then the index.html. And I'll click on the inspect so that console of the browser gets opened. I'll dock it completely outside, and I'll go into the sources of the browser, and on the left side, if you search for the controller folder, you get the product controller. In that, let us keep a breakpoint here and here. So there will be two requests which goes to the backend. First request will be stored in the memory of the browser in the form of this keyword, but when there is a second request go to the OData, it forgets all the values whatever it has stored, and then this keyword won't work inside. So stored in a temporary variable that. So let me again refresh the browser so that the debugger gets triggered. So let me click again and it goes inside. So at this point, I can show you that all the values are read here in the results. I'll copy it. I'll go to the console, OData, and where the values are. Values are there in the results here. In the results. So I will be navigating like this OData dot results. So this I'm going to set to the JSON model by using the set data JSON model one dot set data of OData dot results. Then the level of binding that dot get view dot by ID of the tables ID. So if I take the table one, so to that I'm going to set table one dot set model and the JSON model one with a reference. Let us say Northwind Products NP. So let me have a table here inside a panel control. I'll take a panel control, panel uh, ex expanded is true. Currently it is expanded. Is it expandable? Yes, it is expandable. And let me have the table control. So right click anywhere, beautify. The path will be the NP Northwind Products. Northwind Products. There's a shortcut added, so that's I'm getting the values. NP, NP, NP. So let us have the product ID, and what other things we have for the Northwind products. Let's see. Product ID, we can have product name and we can have price. Product ID, product name, and it has unit price. Product ID, product name, and unit price. Okay, and to the table, let me have growing. Yes, it is growing. Uh, Growing scroll to load. Whenever I'm scrolling with my mouse, no, I don't want that. And growing threshold. At a time, I want to show some 7 per records. Let me go to the output. Let me refresh and close the console window. So we are getting the values here. So why I took that is equal to this, like, let me put the breakpoint and show you. There will be 2 requests which gets triggered, which I explained you. So as per the code, if you see, all this will be stored, all the values inside these things will be stored here in the this keyword, and this comprise of the part 1 when it speaks with the browser, and this all comprise of the part 2. So all this is stored in the browser's memory, browser's brain. Let us have a browser's brain as a brain, and it is trying to store all the values into this. This means this keyword, okay, into this keyword. This is the browser's brain, remembers everything, memory. Now when there is a second request, go when it enters into this read of that entity sets and the success function, then
another request go to the backend to fetch the OData or the values. At that time, it has only one memory, it will forget all the things whatever it has stored. So we are storing all the variables into a temporary variable that, and we are trying to access, use or bind the data to the controls using that in the inside the success function. So let me show how it is happening here. I'll put a breakpoint on the line 14, 15, line 20, and somewhere around line 30, for example. So when I refresh it, you can see the control passes from line number 14. On a press of the play button, it passes to 15, but jumps into line number 30 because outside of success, outside of read method, it will first read everything and stores in the browser's memory, and that is handled with the this keyword. Okay, this keyword stores all the current views information. Okay, whatever we have current view information, the idea of the view, or lots of things we will try to remember. But when, and inside we see don't have anything. For example, OData is not defined. Okay, so when I click on the play button again, this time the control goes into the success function. At this point of time, it will forget all the values what it has inside the this keyword. Okay, it loses everything. Now that we have passed the uh, values of this into the that keyword, that variable, sorry. So just now whatever we saw for this are stored in the that variable. There's only like a paper what we don't remember, we write in a paper, similar kind of thing are stored in the that variable. And now the whole views, current views information is stored into that, and then we are processing with the that. Now in this, inside the OData, everything will function. At this point of time in the network, if you see, the entity set also the entity set also gets triggered or bringing all the properties. You can see a green signal here, that is everything is working fine.